As I mentioned, it has been very different conditions today from those experienced recently in Sydney. 20 degrees at the moment, showers expected in the next couple of hours, but a cool change certainly helped the Wanderers. They trained, of course, in 39-degree heat yesterday out west. Arthur Dillis, I mentioned, the Western Sydney Wanderers manager. He has a pretty good record in grand finals. He's won his last two. Last year, of course, against Melbourne City, and also an NPL 2 title in there as well. And Drew Sherman, the youngest ever man to have a UEFA Pro A licence at just 21, also former coach of the Cook Islands. He took them to their first ever victories as a nation. Looking forward to quite a bit more history today. Shane Skinner, the man in charge out of Perth. Nice reward for him. Seen a host of referees go on to the A-League. He's hoping it's a course he can take as well. And you see Mohamed Adam, 3 goals this season. Scored last weekend against Sydney FC too. Played in the grand final against Melbourne City last year. And there is Daniel Leck. Speaking of goals, he has 6. Looking for more today. Will be some nerves around too. This could be perhaps the biggest stage a lot of these players have played on. And we are off and running at ANZ Stadium, the first piece of silverware for 2019. And it's a good afternoon to my co-commentator, Daniel McBreen.
Afternoon, Adam. It's lovely conditions out there. Pitch is looking perfect. A little bit of slick with the drizzle coming down, so I'm expecting to see a fast, free-flowing game once we get into this.
Brisbane, I mentioned, been training in the Queensland heat. So too the Wanderers. What was 39 yesterday. Not ideal, but they soldiered through it. It's been a heavy workload for some of these players. Numerous called up into their A-League teams. Mentioned some of those in the pre-game, but this one, conference champions going head-to-head. It's an important touch early too from Isaac Powell. Mortakutis gets across and tidies up for the Wanderers. Look for his experience today. That's what Arthur Dillis mentioned. They do lack experience with some more senior players getting opportunities in the A-League. They've had to rely on their youth. Aaron Reardon is one of those. Is turned over by Brisbane. We'll see some nerves in the air early. Here's Grozos turning. His first start of the day. Important touch there from Lek. Muratovic couldn't steal in for the Raw. Watch for those two. They are so lethal in front of goal. Muratovic with 5 goals this season. Daniel Lek, as we mentioned, with 6. Here's Jordan Courtney. Zach Duncan, former Wanderer, getting an early touch. Was part of their academy for a few years. Well, looked to have settled early, though. Elliot Wellsmore. Really sends it long. Trying to link with Brady. And Brady, but nice work from Abraham Majok. Still there for the Raw, though. Can they strike early? Delivery lacking for the moment as Carwadine gets a safe touch on the ball. Again, Grozos just dealing a little bit too long on the ball. Oliver Duncan turns over. Here's Agamemnonis. John Roberts. Nice feet shown. An interception, though, from the Raw. Expecting a pretty open game. Both of these sides do have goals in them. Free kick to the Wanderers.
Yeah, it's interesting, Adam. The two teams we talked about, Brisbane with Lek and Muratovic, 11 goals between them. On the other side of the coin, Western Sydney Wanderers really spreading it around us.
Here's Majok breaking into the area. He's got support too. Costa Grozos just couldn't get the ball out from under his feet. Perhaps those wet conditions being a factor early. Here is Zach Duncan, put under pressure. Agamemnonis and Roberts on the scene. Now Powell. Reardon sent off a couple of weeks ago in the Y-League. Has also been a part of the Raw's A-League squad in recent weeks. It's a chance to play in a grand final today, and he'll be so crucial to them at the back against the pace of Adam and Roberts as well.
And he has very big raps on him, this young man. Everyone you speak to that has worked with him says he's one to watch out for in the future. He's obviously got A-League experience now. He's been thrown in a little bit at the deep end.
Now it's the Raw trying to make something happen with Muratovic, the target in the middle. How do you think these young players will cope? It is a big stage. They obviously haven't played in such a big stadium or with such a TV presence in the past.
Yeah, look, that could be nerve-wracking. Obviously, we spoke with Arthur Dillis with Western Sydney Wanderers, having that experience of last year and a few of the players in there that can really help the guys who haven't been in that position before and really diffuse any nerves and just try to be a calming influence on them. As any cup final can be a daunting experience for a young player.
Wanderers leaders for them, Nick Suman and Costa Grozos. And Grozos, as I said in the pre-game, only his first start this season, so haven't quite had their leaders. Rashid Mahazi has been playing in the Y-League the last couple of weeks. Wanderers squad saying just how influential he's been. So important even at this young age to have that experience, particularly on a big stage like this. It's build up from the Raw again. They have settled nicely. Just breaking down though in the final third. It's Powell. It's Wilmering under pressure. Had to be on his heels. Brady, look for that battle down. Wilmering, smartly done in fact. Doesn't concede the corner, just a goal kick.
Well, Brisbane have settled in these early 5 minutes. They've settled well into the game. We spoke of Western Sydney's experience, but they seem quite composed, Brisbane, on the ball. They seem comfortable in possession.
Has been a challenge for both managers in just bedding down those combinations. There is so much change in this competition.
And when you look at the, it can be a little draining, or make it just a little bit. There's not that continuity, that week to week where the team is working together. It's good for young players to come and get experience and really embed themselves in there and build as players.
It has been quite the journey for both of these sides this year. The Wanderers starting very slow. First couple of weeks, results not going their way, but they have caught fire at the end of the season. Free kick will go this way to the Raw. Mortakutis could be in some trouble, and he will get the first card of the afternoon.
Yeah, he's just lunged out there trying to reach the ball just out of reach, and just got both feet off the floor, and the referee's seen that as a yellow card offence, so he'll have to walk that tightrope for much of the game now.
So first set piece of the afternoon goes to Brisbane. Chance to put some pressure on young Elliot Carwadine. We mentioned just his second National Youth League game. Brisbane conjure. Delivery is good. Wanderers have dealt with it for now. Chance though on the rebound. Just couldn't quite force a save from Carwadine, but it's another moment for Brisbane. Hearts pounding in the Wanderers section. It was Muratovic with the chance. As we said, 5 goals this season. Don't want to give him too many. Brady getting amongst things early. Here's Agamemnonis. Part of the Sydney FC setup in the last few years. Played in a National Youth League Grand Final with them a couple of seasons ago. Now a Wanderer. Here's Carwadine. Agamemnonis under pressure, but he dealt with it well. And the Wanderers can break. Here's Abraham Majok. We know his experience. Grozos. In the heart of what the Wanderers do in that final third is Grozos. Here's Munch. Agamemnonis. Roberts, good delivery. Well cut out though by Brisbane.
It was a nice build-up play again with Grozos in the heart of it. A player, as you mentioned, Adam, who really does lead and control the game when he's available. He has been injured, so he might be not make the full 90 minutes tonight, but he is the player they look for to really drive at players and make
piece. Here is Wilmering. The brains from the set piece. Flick on from Grozos. Chance for the Wanderers still there. Madjock has it taken from him. Some nervy moments early on. It is expected. I mentioned the stage. Big occasion for the players. Nonis, Munge. Here is Wilmering. Quite the rap in the pre-game from Dean Heffernan, did Daniel Wilmering. Certainly one they have their sights on for a big future in the red and black. So Madjock. Aquilina. Should I say Wellsmore conceding the throw. Mohamed Adam bustling, but does well to win back possession, although Shane Sinner says free kick.
As you can see, it was a good ball in, wasn't it? And just missing the heads at the near post, which puts the indecision in the middle of the box. And it was Zach Duncan who stuck out a leg and did well to just get it away.
Let's go to show. Early moments, just putting it in the mixer. Anything can happen. Just needs a touch. That's a free kick to the Wanderers. John Roberts. Tell you what, can find a golden goal, John Roberts. He scored last weekend against Sydney to get the win, scored in the grand final last year, and scored a 92nd minute penalty in round one. So he's your man if you need a goal.
And I was lucky enough to commentate on that grand final last year as well, and he was immense in that game. He never stopped running all the way through injury time, extra time. He just kept going and going and finally got his reward.
Here is Abraham Madjock, does well to get in behind. We'll concede a corner again. Wellsmore is having a tough time there with Madjock.
This is what we expect to see from Madjock, isn't it? Getting that ball and running at players, taking them on with that wiry frame, and he's so quick and can change direction.
Another set piece for Brisbane to contend with. Pressure starting to be placed on them. Wilmering. Thanks well with Agamemnonis. Brisbane just clocked off for a second inside the area. The Wanderers go. Players are queuing up. Just breaks down though. Munge couldn't find an option.
Brisbane defence just went to sleep a little bit there. Just as the corner came in, they just forgot about the corner taker. He just drifted in behind the defence, just in from the corner flag, and they just have to be wary of that. Don't want to let him in behind where he can get that ball across into the box.
Kudus runs it well in the air. Safety of the sideline for the Wanderers, but just looking at the set piece already, the short corner option seems to be the trend at the moment.
Yeah, well, you either love them or hate them, don't you? There's people who really can't stand them. But look, if it's the best thing for your team, obviously you want to draw out a defence. And if they've got some set moves, like we saw there as Munge took that corner, he just drifted in unmarked.
Being a nuisance. So good in the early moments here at ANZ Stadium as pressure again put on Carwadine. Just haven't looked settled at the back. There's been some change in recent weeks too. Two Cordia there, you see on screen. Part of the A-League setup in recent weeks. Shuffling does tend to bring some indecision at times. Here's Kudus. Aquilina, such a fixture for the Wanderers at right back, but can't get things going. Maratovic, again the target. So to Oliver Duncan. Here is Zach Duncan. There's Brady in space, tried to play the ball through to Maratovic, but it's well cut out by Western Sydney. This is where they are lethal on the break. They have pace to burn. Madjock trying to make something happen. First chance here for Adam. Flag is up though. That's perhaps an Achilles heel of Brisbane today.
Yeah, they'll have to be aware of that. Obviously, the pace up front for Western Sydney. It was a wonderful ball down that left-hand side, and Madjock had the vision to play first-time ball. It's a very, very close decision as well. But that's something Brisbane's going to have to look out for. They've got that real attacking threat in the front three, Western Sydney.
They do have so much pace. They can break at some speed too, and they have goal scorers amongst them. starting to find their groove after a nervy first 14 minutes here at ANZ Stadium. Initiative shown too this afternoon, sorry Daniel, is free admission for those that come down before 5 p.m. So,
well, why not get down here and watch the future stars?
Healthy portion of Wanderers fans, and perhaps some Brisbane have made the journey too, trickling in. Arthur Dillis looking the more animated of the two coaches on the bench. They do have some tricks up their sleeve from the set piece. Can we see one here? Wilmering to outnumber the Raw in height this afternoon. Wilmering to provide the service. Frecky has to come and does it comfortably. Almost caught napping there. One more to Curtis. First real bit of work that Macklin Frecky has had to do today. Nervy at the back again. Wanderers could come unstuck. Here is Muratovic. Moving dangerously, the red and black. There is Wellsmore. Does love to get forward. Brady. A menace down that right flank in the early stages. Duncan dealt a little bit too long. See the calmness on the ball though by Brisbane. Ball again the option, trying to isolate the Wanderers' defence and open things up for Daniel Leck. Wilmering. Here's Munch. Nice feet. Won't win the throw though.
That's good pressure from Brisbane, not giving him time on the ball to look forward. Madjock had made a run forward looking for the ball. We talk about both these teams being able to score plenty of goals. Obviously, Brisbane looking towards their two main men and Western Sydney spreading it out around the team. But it's really Brisbane's defence that has set them apart this season, with only averaging a goal a game, which really got through on their goal difference. So they're quite a tight-knit unit, very compact, and they've dealt so far so well.
Chance though for the Wanderers, just outnumbering Brisbane in transition. Here's Aquilina. He was fouled by Powell. Free playing on. Here's Roberts. Trying to be a little bit too cute, but fortunately, ball fell back to his feet. As Cordier plays it forward. Flag stays down. Good pace shown from Aquilina. Surging into the area. Can he find a teammate? Important block, though, from Wellsmore.
Well, it was Roberts coming from an offside position who just didn't look interested at all, and flying over the top was Aquilina, showing some real pace. Just got the ball caught under his feet, had to slow down a little bit, which gave the defence a little bit of opportunity to win that ball and cut it out. But good defending, good recovery.
Did look in perhaps in two minds, but it's another corner for the Wanderers. Another chance to show what they can do. This time's put in the mixer in a dangerous area. Need to do better when they do get it. There's a foot race on now. Mona Curtis read it well though. In fact, it's Cordier. Caldine again, put under pressure. Does the job though. Leck. Intercepted by Roberts. Agamemnonis. Now Madjock. Foot race on. Wilmering. Has had too much on it. Well done by Reardon getting across. That's a nasty challenge there from Madjock. Just a talking to.
That's where Western Sydney looked dangerous again. Just getting that ball quickly through the midfield and out the other side, and you can see three runners willing to go forward. They like to break in numbers at pace. Just an errant pass that time, just a sloppy pass that let down the attack.
There's more to Curtis getting across. Really direct it back into the path of Brisbane. Wellsmore cleaning up. Now there's some space in midfield. Here's Zach Duncan. battle between he and Munge today. Leck, not really seen too much of him. Majok stealing in though, winning back possession. Has been the KG 19.5 minutes. Let's go down to the sideline, get an update from Glenn Lauder.
Afternoon, Adam. Great to see the youth guys getting a start on ANZ Stadium. It's looking a treat. And one interested party at least, Nick Suman, who of course was in goal for the Wanderers last year in that 3-1 victory in Newcastle against Melbourne City. He's been here since kickoff. Great effort given that he'll be involved in the A-League game more than 3.5 hours later. And a very interested party as the Wanderers look to make it back-to-back.
Yeah, I did mention earlier, such a vital part of this squad. Up in the A-League setup for the Wanderers in recent weeks. This promotion has offered opportunities for others. One of those was Oliver Kalach, son of Zelko, who was on the bench last week. So some famous names coming through. John Roberts, that's a great ball with the outside of the foot, but just too much on it. Showed his vision as Majok tangles with Frecky. Definitely one of those players, though, that can make something happen.
Yeah, exactly. You don't mind that. Nice trying to whip a ball in behind with the outside of the foot. It's those kind of passes that can open up a defence with good willing runners in front.
So the pressure from Munge. And the instructions being barked from both managers at this point. Drew Sherman just wanting to tinker. Felt Brisbane started the better, but it's the Wanderers who seem to be more in command at the moment.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's a bit of an arm wrestle with both teams having moments of I would say, control of the game, with nothing too spectacular at the moment. Still sort of feeling each other out, trying to just tweak things to, as they nut each other out, and obviously don't play each other during the season. So it's a new opponent with very little vision of each other, I guess, to analyse. So the first 20 minutes, very much a feeling out process.
Can we get on him, man?
Here is Courtney Perkins. Beck finding some space. So to Barnett. Saw him in the A-League last weekend. Got a bit fortunate. Beck might try it on the right. Wanderers have numbers across. Still some work to do, though. Brady going to try it. Oh, he's going to find the back of the net. Shannon Brady, you have to say, perhaps against the run of play. And he fires the opening goal for Brisbane. He's been amongst the goals this season in the Y-League. He makes it count on grand final day.
Yeah, well, it all started down this left-hand side, wasn't it? It was a great forward run and a lovely little turn there. Back inside, and as the ball gets a shot, it ricochets out to the side, and you're thinking, well, he's looking to dink it to the back post or something. He says, nope, I'm going to have a strike myself, and didn't he find the bottom corner?
Hasn't he looked lively early on in this one? Certainly a part of what Brisbane do to make things tick. Do make your own luck at times. Deflection as well on the way in. Now, Brisbane will play from pole position. We mentioned the wall that Brisbane Roar have had at the back this year. Best defensive record. Wanderers will have to break that down if they are to go back-to-back. May be a bit rattled, Motokutis. Almost inviting Brisbane in again.
And it was really the first real forward run with any anger from Brisbane, and it was just a lovely ball from Leck, just in behind. As we see them go again down the left-hand side.
Here is Powell. There's Duncan with him. Leck. So the confidence a goal can have. Wanderers rattled by that one. Again, it's Brady peeling off. Majok fighting hard for possession. Has a number of Brisbane Roar players to beat. He's shrugged off a couple. Majok trying to turn the pace on. Can he get in behind? Done though by Wellsmore. Again, Courtney stunned it together, but just a goal kick. So there's Shane Skinner. Abraham Majok not happy. Does need to watch things, but
he's kicked the ball out.
Brisbane Roar player down. Aaron Reardon, I think it is.
Oh. Body's on the line there, wasn't it?
It's Reardon who's gone down. Both big bodies and probably one you don't want to run into, Abraham Majok.
To be fair, I don't think there was any malice in either. They both went to go shoulder to shoulder, and Reardon's just caught one just in the ribs. He just hopefully just knocked the wind out of him. If we just go back to that goal we were talking about, we could hear the comments from the coaches on the sideline, and we heard Drew Sherman saying, if Western Sydney are going to come high, well, then let's just play it in behind, and that's exactly what happened to a T a minute later and resulting in a goal. So some great audio work from our team down on the sideline, and to see it play out like that was fantastic.
So Reardon going to soldier on. Good news for Brisbane. Again, Motakudis just taking too long. Muratovic in behind. Don't want to give him an opportunity. Had probably too many options, though, and compounds things by giving away a free kick.
Yeah, he should have played it. He had Leck running on the outside of him. I'm sure he was calling for it. Give it just in his ear. Just roll it, just roll it. Yeah, those bodies of defenders inside. If he just rolls that outside, Leck is just getting a shot away. The moment was lost.
Majok once again links with Agamemnonis. Being so influential already as Abraham Majok. Says this man, Taz Motakudis. Monch. Agamemnonis. Majok in space once again. Drives into the area. Has support coming. Monch might try it from range. Grozos. Nice feet, right idea. Roberts. Majok's peeled off on the far post. Roberts has some space. Can they provide the delivery? Whips it in. Majok was the target. Just overcooked, though. Still there for Western Sydney. Grozos, first chance to see him with the ball at his feet in space. Roberts inside the area. Flag down. Here's a chance! Wasn't too far away. Important deflection, but it wasn't too far away from the back of the net.
Well, that was a timely intervention, because for all money, that looked like it was rolling across the goal to be tapped in. We've had a little bit of joy on this right-hand side, and
Keep the intensity.
I like the first-time pass. It was a timely interception. It was coming in just behind. To tap in was Adam. And look, you see.
Wanderers go near post. It's a host of bodies. It's bobbing around. Someone needs a touch on it. Adam trying to do that. And the Roar fire another sigh of relief. They're living dangerously at the moment.
They are again, but that desperation, again, you can see why they don't concede too many goals. Bodies on the line. Last-ditch effort. Just couldn't fall for them, and look at that. It's 1, 2, 3. Getting the body in the way.
Majok. It's a couple of defenders. Flags up for offside, though. Grozos just straying offside. If you're not sure of the journeys of both of these sides to get here, it was certainly interesting, at least for the Western Sydney Wanderers. They won 2-1, of course, over Sydney last Sunday, but the game was actually abandoned with 2 minutes remaining due to lightning, which was very interesting times. Had an hour wait for the lightning to disperse, which eventually didn't happen, but not guaranteed. So a cracking clash out there at Marconi last Sunday. Roberts may find his name in the book, he will, for that challenge. It was equally as nervy for Brisbane Roar winning their conference. They only won on goal difference over Melbourne City. It's been quite the turnaround from Drew Sherman's side. They finished bottom of that conference last year, so such a story to be in the grand final. But John Roberts, another Wanderer that has some nervy moments ahead of him, picks up a yellow card. Here is Leck. Goes without Aquilina trying to slide in, but Barnett beats him to it. Quite the week for him, of course, an A-League debut. Now a Y-League Grand Final. Roberts couldn't quite bring it down. Has to concede the throw. You see Marcus Babbel. Going to support the youngsters this afternoon. Harmony in the Wanderers squad. The entire club here today to see them. Free kick just relieving the pressure.
And any time a player from Western Sydney gets that ball in that front third, they are swamped by Brisbane Roar players. Don't get a second to get their head up and have a look. Just in ones and twos and threes.
Here is Wilmering. Cut out well, though, by Courtney Perkins. Munge again. Majok. Touch is heavy. Wanderers get across, though, in cover. Aquilina. Only seen spurts of him. We saw his pace in one moment this afternoon. Such an asset too. Not all going to plan though for Arthur Dilly's men. Majok. More to Curtis. Roberts, no time. Corlina, chance to see him provide the delivery. Quite dealt with by Brisbane. May pay the price. Agamemnonis. What a save that is, though, from Frecky. It came through a host of bodies. Hasn't had too much to do, but certainly had to on that case.
No, he had to spring to life there, didn't he? Because that was like a rocket coming at him. Obviously had some swerve on it as well. Just did enough to keep it out.
I like the confidence from Agamemnonis. Only had one thought in mind. It was shoot. Here's that man. Flag up, surely on Majok. Just a goal kick. There is that chance.
Yeah, it was a miscued clearance, wasn't it? And you love to see that from your midfielder. Ball just rolling on the edge of the box and absolutely smacked it. That is moving, and you can see it must have had some movement in the air as well, as he was going to his left. Had to adjust himself. Good save in the end.
Brisbane will have the throw. Isaac Powell will take, and hasn't had too much to do, Frecky, but that'll give him confidence making a save like that. As I said, through a pack of players too. Here is Wellsmore. And final day is all about sides that can capitalise in the big moments. Brisbane have certainly done that to this point. Oliver Duncan, the man fouled by Agamemnonis.
The first 30 minutes or so has been a real arm wrestle, hasn't it? Particularly in that midfield area. Both teams having their moments of controlling the ball, trying to break down through those midfield areas. It's been tough going.
It's another set piece to contend with for the Brisbane Roar. Reardon will be the target, or not dealt with. Tries a handball, and free kick coming. Struck the hand of Reardon, the man we spoke about.
I think he was caught. He thought the ball was going to be cleared in front of him, and just a natural reaction to stick out the arm.
Wanderers wasting little time getting back underway. Courtney Perkins having to scamper to mop up for his side. Quite a battle too on between Curtis and Muratovic. Seen too much of the number 9 for Brisbane. Black. Duncan under pressure. Majok wins out in the battle. Fortune hands possession back to Brisbane. They can perhaps break. Well read though by Cordier. Made his senior debut in a Sydney derby, so doesn't mind the big stage. Does Cordier, does well, can he keep it in? Numbers in the middle too. Barnett and Reardon sorted out. Game's starting to open up. These last couple of minutes, they're off and running. Brady, our goal scorer, waiting for support to come. Says he'll do it on his own. Wanted a free kick too. That'll be fair enough in the end. It's Mohamed Adam. Hardly said his name in the first half.
Yeah, I was just thinking there that you'd probably say that the defenders of both teams have probably had the upper hand so far. Been very hard to break down.
Here is Muratovic. Suddenly Brisbane have numbers. Beck's in a good position. Can Brady pick him out? Touch from Muratovic. Here is Beck, fighting onto the right foot. In the end, Wanderers got enough troops behind the ball, and the free kick will relieve a bit of the pressure. It can be quite costly, though, those moments.
That was one of the rare opportunities we've seen where the attackers have outnumbered defenders. As we'll see a little bit of brouhaha, but here we have a 3v2 situation, and Brisbane just couldn't quite take advantage of it with the ball going behind, and have to give it to the Western Sydney midfielders getting back and helping out the defenders.
There's the challenge you're seeing. Jay Barnett, yellow card for that. So the first Brisbane Roar player in the book. It's actually his 4th of the season, so that is the most in the Y League. So does like to get amongst it, does Jay Barnett. So we edge closer to half-time. Still Brisbane Roar have the lead. Fighting hard for possession. Duncan sliding in. Wellsmore. And Brady. Looks so lively in ANZ Stadium. No surprise he's been involved in the Roar's best moments. Here's Courtney Perkins. Powell. Nice build up from Brisbane. Moving the Wanderers around. Haven't seen too much in the final third. Can they make something happen? Into the area they go now. Numbers queuing up. Pulls it back. Chance for Leck. Oh, what a goal that is from Brisbane. They've pulled the Wanderers apart, and they have their second. And it's from the man firing him in this season. And don't the Wanderers have a mountain to climb?
What a wonderfully constructed goal that was from Brisbane Roar. The patience to start from one side and move it to the other. You could hear Drew Sherman willing them on, and what a lovely ball in behind. But what I liked here was the patience. Gets the head up, looks, picks out the player, Leck. Was told before the game he can come inside and finish off either foot, and he's really shown that there. It was a lovely ball in behind, and said, there, go and put that away. And wow, straight into the top corner. What a finish. 2-0 Brisbane.
This is 7th of the season, Daniel Leck, leading scorer in the Y League this season, and well, there's the evidence why. Took it so well. Such composure too, Brisbane showed there. Don't the Wanderers have a job to do now? Against the best defence in the Y League. Have to claw this one back. They do look a bit rattled again. More to Curtis. Did well to mop up. Out of fighting against Courtney Perkins. Muratovic starting to get more involved, shrugging off the challenges of Morta Curtis and co. Here's Majok. Would love a goal before half-time. Oliver Duncan. Can Brisbane find a third? Intelligent ball forward. Carwadine has to come and get. Did it well, though, the youngster.
Well, they're growing in confidence, Brisbane, aren't they? Forward runs now, confidence on the ball, but still, example there, the defensive side of their game has been a real highlight. Western Sydney players finding it really difficult to find any time on the ball, look forward and pick a pass. If they do get forward, that hurrying defence has been amazing in this first 35, 40 minutes.
There is more to Curtis. Grozos. Only seen him in fleeting moments. So influential to what the Wanderers do. And a touch for the silky midfielder. Good ball forward to Wilmering. Now queuing up in the middle. Delivery isn't bad. Courtney Perkins cleans up. Here is Grozos. Chance to turn. Well done, Roberts, winning it back. Just breaks down, though. Into the ball not going the way of Western Sydney, and Brisbane can counter. Brady already has one today. Muratovic in behind. Huge moment in this one, Muratovic. Oh, he puts it wide.
Well, what a chance that was to almost kill off the game just before half-time. Brisbane really counter-attacking well as they get in behind again, and you thought for all money that was going in the near post. Lovely ball in behind and free one-on-one. He really needs to be hitting the target there. Brisbane starting to find that counter-attacking football fruitful as Western Sydney start to throw bodies forward already at this early stage.
Muratovic, 5 goals this season. Couldn't find a sixth end, and that may be a moment to reflect on. Here is Courtney Perkins. Inside the final 5 minutes of normal time here at ANZ Stadium. Said it would be a titanic tussle between these two, but it's Brisbane in control for the moment. If you are a regular watcher of the Y-League, you know it can turn quickly, though. Well, red from Cordier. Here's Majok. Just dealt a little bit too long again. Wellsmore had an assist for that second goal to Daniel Leck, the under-17 New Zealand international.
It's a great assist as well, wasn't it, Adam? Just the composure to, once he got in behind, not just blasting it across the box, but taking his time, getting his head up, having a look, and picking out a pass.
Nice turn from Monge, but just let himself down with the delivery to Wilmering. So Arthur Dillis has a job to do at half-time with his side. At the moment, it's the Wanderers, but Brisbane enjoying things at the moment with their 2-0 lead. Surging forward again. Now in a corner. Haven't got a handle on Shannon Brady this afternoon, have they?
No, he's been fantastic down that right-hand side, and he looks so positive and wants to take people on. Looks to create things at every opportunity. Found it really hard to deal with.
So defensive duties again for Western Sydney. Will be that man Brady to provide the service. Look for the likes of Reardon, Barnett lurking on the edge of the area. Delivery's good. Leck getting around. Oh, Leck. Made something happen out of nothing. Wasn't too far away.
Well, he just ghosted in, didn't he, from the back post, and just got away from his marker, and Western Sydney defenders there just a little hesitant, and he just nipped in front, couldn't keep it down.
Here is Majok racing away. He's been their best so far in the first half, but he needs a couple of his teammates to come along with him. Here's Munch. Wilmering can provide the delivery. Roberts the option at the far post, but Frecky off his line again.
He hasn't had too much to do, Frecky, has he? He's just a couple of saves, high crosses, and that one long-range effort.
Here is Frecky. Trying to find Muratovic. Cordier tangling with the striker. I mentioned Brisbane Roar yet to win the Y-League. Become just the third club to win the W League, A League and Y League. If they can hold on today. Chance, though, to perhaps strike a third. Power trying to do it. One he'd certainly want over, though.
You won't want to see that one on the highlight reel. wonderful run coming inside, and just looked like he wanted to try and get it on his left foot, and as he went to have that strike, he struck it into that left foot.
Defender perhaps finding himself a little further down the pitch than normal.
I didn't want to say it was a defender's strike, but I'll leave it up to you.
Here is Wellsmore. Certainly have grown in confidence since they've had the lead, Brisbane. Here is that man, Pout. So into added time we go. We'll have 3 minutes of it. Dillis would have to get his side in the sheds and sort it out. Just hasn't gone to plan so far. Trying to sneak in behind again. Well done by Mortakutis. Here's Aquilina. And Courtney Perkins has turned it over. Could prove costly. Grozos. Great tackle from Reardon, though. Just breaking down again for Western Sydney in that crucial part of the pitch.
It's the pressure that the Brisbane Roar players are putting on them. Saw a wonderful tackle there from Reardon, which needed to be made. Making all the right decisions, the Roar defence at the moment.
Do the Wanderers have a goal in them to take to half-time? Majok. Running behind again, but again it's Wellsmore doing the job defensively. Majok skips past a couple, delivery's good. Mohammed Adam wrestling in. In fact, it was Roberts. He has won a corner.
It's wonderful defending in the end from Powell. He actually was on the wrong side of his man and was caught on the outside. And as that ball comes across, you're thinking, just go ahead and tap that in, but the leg come around.
Chance at the set piece. They go near post this time. It come all the way to Adam. And he just needed a touch, but couldn't find it. And sometimes it's just not your day.
Well, that's a couple now where you're thinking that Adam's going to put it away. As the ball goes, it's a dangerous ball. Misses the front. And he's 2 yards out, and as the ball just bounces up and skips up off the wet surface, he just can't get his leg over the top of it. And I'm sure that Dillis would have been saying 2-1 would have been a much better scoreline at half-time. They're starting to have a few close calls at the back there, Raw, but that last-ditch defending is getting them out of trouble.
They did come from behind last year against Melbourne City in the Y-League Grand Final. They're tasked to do it again. Duncan, nice work. Just won't sit for Zach. Here's Roberts. All were furious. 2 balls on the pitch. Referee says play on. Works out rather harmlessly in the end, though. Could be a card coming. It is. Daniel Leck. The second Brisbane player in the book.
Well, he can't argue, can he? He was told twice for the referee to move away. Doesn't really need to do that. It's a free kick on the halfway, near the sideline.
So the final moment for the Wanderers to pull a goal back before half-time. Grozos delivery, Mortakutis. Met it well, just couldn't direct it on target, and that is half-time here at ANZ Stadium. And the Brisbane Roar are in command at the moment. 2 goals has piloted them in front. Daniel Leck and Shannon Brady, the goal scorers. They've made the most of their moments in front of goal. The Wanderers, well, if they want to defend their title, they'll need to tinker things at half-time. At half-time, it's the Brisbane Roar 2, the Western Sydney Wanderers 0. We'll go down to one of those goal scorers now. Glenn Lauder is with Shannon Brady.
Adam, thank you. Shannon, congratulations on the strike. More importantly, though, it's been a fantastic 45 minutes. How important is it, though, to go on with it in the second 45?
Well, obviously, we're gonna have to hold them out the first 15 minutes because we've got to come at us strong. But I reckon if we keep up that desperation in the box we showed, we can hold them out. And I think we've got them on the counter as well. I think we get a third or fourth on the counter.
Plenty of confidence. Good luck, mate. Second up.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Yeah, very happy. Shannon Brady, stick around here on Fox Sports. Plenty more on the other side of this break. Myself and Daniel McBreen will go through all the first half highlights. NYL Grand Final it is. Brisbane Roar 2, leading Western Sydney Wanderers 0.
Yes, welcome back to ANZ Stadium for the Y-League Grand Final. The Brisbane Roar and the Western Sydney Wanderers. The Brisbane Roar enjoyed the better of things in that first 45. They take a 2-0 lead to the break. They raced out to begin the second half. Wanderers kept them waiting, no doubt. Talking tactics to try and fight their way back into this one, looking to defend their Y-League title. They won against Melbourne City last season. It's a 2-goal cushion. Will take some pegging back. There is that man in charge, Arthur Dillis, and his assistant Dean Heffernan. The man who we talked about in the first 45. He can find a golden goal or two. They'll be needed this afternoon. They certainly have some work to do. And Daniel McBreen, what would have been that message at half-time for Western Sydney?
Yeah, as I said in the break, I think they won't be too disappointed. Obviously, 2-0 is not a great scoreline to be going in at half-time, but they've had plenty of balls into the box. They're having some joy in those wide areas, but it's that defence from Brisbane Roar that scrambles in that box. So once they get that ball into that wide areas, they need to either get more bodies in the box or be more precise with their pass. Rather than just putting into an area, can they try to pick out a pass, as we saw Roar do with their second goal?
So underway for the second half. Roar 45 minutes from the title. The Wanderers need to pull the goals back. Certainly capable. History shows any trend. It is, we do have plenty of goals in a Y-League decider, so time enough for them to fight back. Western Sydney. Here is Roberts, that man. Scored the winner to get them here. Scored the winner in the grand final last season too, so he's a man that doesn't mind the big stage. And here's Munch. Making his way past defenders. Grozos. Can't take him from him. Done a great job defensively. And the Wanderers number 10. Well, they have broken down at times on the counter. Mopping up well though. Agamemnonis. Wanderers ball is cut out. Courtney Perkins summing up the situation. Oliver Duncan turning well. Should get a free kick, he does. Shane Skinner right on the spot. Pearson put under pressure from Adam. Barnett. Well done again, Muratovic. Brooks playing him forward. Zach Duncan, space opening up for the Wanderers. Brady, good ball in, chance for Muratovic. Oh, it's a golden chance again. Flag was up though.
Well, it was wonderful play from Brisbane right from the back. It was a laboured press from Western Sydney. They looked to press high, but weren't really in unison, and Brisbane really picked them off one by one before finding Brady on this right-hand side with a delightful ball in.
Again, turned over to Brisbane. Chance to get in behind once more. Wanderers have cut it out. Similar trend from the first half. Shannon Brady, a menace down that right flank. They just can't get a grip of him. Here he is on the ball once more. Looks up and has numbers in the middle, going on his own. Important challenge though from Wilmering. Shut down the danger.
Yeah, good defending that time from Wilmering. But every time Brady gets the ball, he looks dangerous, doesn't he, on this right-hand side? He has done all game. Really looking to get out his player and create things, and a lovely ball into the box.
Wilmering with the throw. Adam tried the back heel. Intended target was Madjock. Courtney Perkins was on the scene. It's more to Curtis, winning it well. Roberts fighting a battle with Powell. Skipping past him well, though, is Roberts. He needs to provide the delivery. He's won a corner. They have flipped between the short corner and just whipping it into a dangerous area on the penalty spot. See what they do here. Do have a slight height advantage, do the Wanderers. Advantage in the set pieces too today, but haven't been able to turn it into a goal. Can they start the second half off in the best fashion as referee Shane Skinner just calming things? No surprise that Mohammed Adams involved. He's had a couple of chances today. There you see it, 7-1 corners, yet to turn into a goal. Delivery's good once more, but snuffed out well at the far post, and Monge on the follow-up.
It's a difficult one there on the bounce out to Monge. As the ball came in, didn't get past that first player in Powell and heads it back into a dangerous area. He really wanted to head it wide in those areas towards the sideline. Don't mind Monge having a strike from that area, but bouncing at him, quite difficult to keep it down and on target.
Curtis all over that one. Real rock of the Wanderers' defence, but it's not going to plan in the first 45. They look better in the second. Still this man. He's being a menace. He's won another corner, Brady.
You can see as he got the ball there, his fellow players just ran away and left him 1v1, and why wouldn't you when he's in this kind of mindset? Let him go one-on-one and run at his defender.
Can they strike a third goal? Started the second half in the same fashion that they ended things in the first. Brady's delivery, not bad. Players fly. Barnett puts it back in an area. Reardon was there. Wanderers just scamper it clear. It's Roberts just hacking it clear. Anywhere will do at the moment.
And the Brisbane Roar have really come out in this second half and stamped their authority on the game again. Really controlling things, looking the more dangerous, and Sydney look a little bit frazzled at the moment.
Here's Madjock. Fortunate, rebound fell kindly. Agamemnonis. Roberts. Didn't see too much of him in the first half. Already some flashes here in the second. Can he provide the delivery? Not the intended cross. Brisbane defensively do the job. We've mentioned how good they are defensively, as Oliver Duncan felt he was pushed out of it by Mr. Grozos. You see Drew Sherman would be very pleased with what his side are doing. Been tough going for them recently too in terms of the fixture front. 4 of their last 5 have been away. They're forced to travel. Doesn't seem to faze them at this point of the season. Reardon, nice vision from him. As well with Powell. Can't find Muratovic though. These two, of course, before this game hadn't met for a number of years since the conference system has come in, but head-to-head, Brisbane won the last 2 in Sydney, and 3 out of their 5 meetings have gone the way of the Roars. So it's going the way of the form guide to this point. Grozos rode the challenge well. Good link play with Adam before that. Here's Madjock. Best in the first 45 for Western Sydney. As I say that, Brisbane snuff out the pass. Agamemnonis is better from the Wanderers. End product is what's been lacking though. Wilmering. Roberts. Haven't dealt with it, Courtney Perkins. First time today. His legs have betrayed him, but in the end, just a corner.
He got himself all twisted up there, didn't he? Just off balance, and himself and his centre-back partner in Reardon tonight have really dominated.
Maybe the slick surface proving his undoing there, but dusts himself off and gets set for the corner. Wilmering to take. Again, great delivery. Still there for Munch. Take two for Wilmering. Find a target. Again, it's Pearson going astray. Brisbane, though, cleaning up well with Frecky. How about the distribution, too? They're off and running. Oliver Duncan. They've been so dominant in recent weeks, the Wanderers. Today, it's just not going to plan. They have tinkered. Numerous changes from last weekend against Sydney. Some more experienced players coming in, the likes of Majok, Grozos, Mortakutis, but it hasn't worked to now, and it looks like Arthur Dillis is going to make a change. Wait to see on that one, but certainly warming up the troops. Marley Peterson looks to be getting stripped too. Wellsmore links well. Brady, those two combining nicely down the right. Wellsmore still going forward. Just couldn't thread the needle though. Majok, important challenge from Reardon. Bit of afters too between the pair. Keep a close eye on that one.
It's been a good battle, that one today, hasn't it? Reardon probably just shading it, but not giving an inch, either of them.
Meat on that challenge too from Reardon. Got away with one perhaps. Aquilina. Again, that final third delivery just not up to the standard for the Wanderers. Still time for them. Aquilina in behind again. Take two. This one's better. Can't find Adam though. And yet another corner to Western Sydney. And they are going to make a change. Dillis plays the first card. Marley Peterson to come on. Plenty of pace. It's going to be Andrea Agamemnonis to make way. So there'll be a shift in their setup too, you'd think. Peterson generally a wide player. Agamemnonis more central, so we'll look to see just how they tinker.
Stay with!
There's a conversation happening now, but it's another corner to Western Sydney. Wilmering takes. Frecky gets there. Does a great job again, the keeper. So calm in the key moments, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been wonderful today. Everything that's come near him, he's been confident, calm, composed. He's collected when he needed to, and his distribution has been good as well.
Brisbane have the throw. What do you make of that change from Western Sydney?
I'm just trying to listen into the conversation. I think I can hear them saying, Grozos, you drop into the 6 and I'll go in that 10 position. Looking to get another attacking style player on there, so...
Johnny, not deep, stay high.
Going to die wondering.
Wellsmore. Just the weight of numbers winning out for Western Sydney. They'll win a free kick here. Another card coming. First touch for Marley Peterson, and his name's in the book of referee Shane Skinner.
Well, his first involvement was to give out the instructions, and his second was to pick up a yellow card. Just a little over-eager, his new player out there.
Jay Barnett, the man that copped the boot of Marley Peterson. Unintentional, but card nonetheless. It's another chance for Brisbane. And some more breathing space to their 2-goal lead. Shannon Brady over it. Floats it in. Grozos won the header though. Monch. Here's Roberts. Might just sit up here for Majok. Duncan won the header, but Majok has it. Crossing first time. Adam tried to get inventive with the back heel. Peterson was on the scene too. It's better from Western Sydney.
Saw some footage of the Western Sydney guys in training the other day, and Adam tried that exact same back heel and put it in the bottom corner, but his raw defence has been fantastic.
Nice vision again from Majok. Munge getting in behind on the left-hand side. Just has to wait for the run of Aquilina. Here's Grozos looking to get more involved. It's been a little quiet today. Not so this man, Majok, getting through. Here's a chance for Western Sydney. He's been so dangerous. Can't find the back of the net. If there is one avenue that's going to come for the Wanderers, Majok has looked the most likely.
And again, it's in those wider areas that Western Sydney are isolating players 1v1. But again, the defending has been so tight, so close. As he gets that shot away, it's blocked. And again, Freke has done nothing wrong all day. It's going to take a lot more to beat him today than that.
So the Wanderers pulling the changes. Let's go down to the sideline, find out a bit of an update from Glenn Lauder.
Adam, once again, a few more NYL alumni in the crowd. Of course, will be in action for the Wanderers a little bit later on in the A-League against the Newcastle Jets. Mitchell Duke and Nick Fitzgerald, there they are with Tate Russell. And Mitchell Duke and Nick Fitzgerald won a couple of NYL tournaments with the Central Coast Mariners before they went off on their respective careers. And great to see Mitchell Duke back in Australia after 4 years in Japan. And no doubt will be a big part of Marcus Babbel's side for the run-in at the back end of the season.
A bit of a homecoming for Mitchell Duke to Western Sydney, Liverpool boy.
Yeah, nice touch with his surprising his parents as well.
Here's the Raw back on the attack. Tate Russell, we saw there too, has been involved in this White League campaign the first couple of games of the season before he got a chance in the A-League, and hasn't he taken that chance?
He has. He's been exceptional. And such a number of young players getting their opportunity and stepping up to the mark.
As Adam goes without it at Majok, but decided to go on his own. Final third, it just hasn't gone to plan. Although since the change, they've started to open up Brisbane a little. Game itself starting to open. Brady too, surging forward, trying to work onto the left. Lovely ball in behind. Here's a moment for Brisbane. They have their third. Mirza Muratovic. He has his sixth goal of the season, and how crucial may this be? Bang on the hour mark. Extends Brisbane's lead to 3 goals.
And what about the work from Shannon Brady? The last 3 times he's got the ball, he's gone outside. This time he sells the dummy, comes inside, and what about the reverse pass? In behind, puts it on a platter for Muratovic, who takes it, composes himself, and puts it in that far bottom corner. But that play, lead-up play from Brady, has been sensational today.
Well, you see there, the Wanderers had plenty of numbers to deal with it. Perfect pass from Brady, and Muratovic. You've seen the other goal scorers in Leck and Brady get in on the act. Now he has a goal, his 6th of the season. There's a change too for Brisbane. Bryce Bafford coming in for Zach Duncan. We'll take some fight back now from Western Sydney.
It will. Zach Duncan there coming off. He's done a mountain of work in that midfield for Brisbane. Looks like he's run himself into the ground, but at 3-0 now with 30 minutes to go, it's really an uphill battle for Western Sydney.
Here is Mortakutis. You can see the urgency already. Roberts, important touch. Low from Wellsmore. Getting back, doing defensive duties well. Bafford, his first involvement. Surging forward too. The number 10 inside the area, he goes. Almost found the run of Brady, but it's a corner. Way to inject yourself into the game.
Great injection, great positivity. And again, a lovely little reverse pass, opening up that Western Sydney defence. Now that Western Sydney really have to chase this game, Raw can really close up its shop and look to get them on the counter-attack with those forward runs and those balls in behind, and they look really in the mood now.
So it's a set piece for Brisbane. They've got the third. Can they start to pile on the goals? Barnett the target at the far post. There was shirts being tugged though. Shane Skinner says free kick. You see some of the senior Wanderers. Derek Elric on hand to support his side. I've seen some crazy encounters in the Y-leg as Peterson can't quite bring it down. Just on the previous grand finals, the last three have seen 16 goals, so don't discount seeing more today on either side. Can Shannon Brady perhaps steal in again? It's been the Shannon Brady show this afternoon.
It has, down that right-hand side. He's been involved in everything.
And this is the final roll of the dice for the Wanderers. Daniel Wilmering to make way, Noah Pagden to come on. And John Roberts ending his time, Oliver Pufflet to come on. So 3 changes made by Arthur Dillis. Brisbane look to make a second change as well. Try and get confirmation of that change. It has been a jersey swap from Brisbane, so we'll try and confirm that one. Here's Monge. Carwadine again put under pressure. Here's Madjock. Can the Wanderers put some pressure back on Brisbane? Just out for a throw again. Defensively, they're doing the job. Cordier still playing in a more advanced role too. Peterson. Turn ball from Cordier. Has looked lively, Marley Peterson, since coming on. Cordier's cross. Cut out by Brisbane. Here is Grozos. Not going to die wondering. Western Sydney, Aquilina. They've commanded possession, but it's that final third. They haven't done enough with it. Pagden. Nice touch for him. Madjock. Turning well, driving towards goal. He might pull the trigger. May fall back to Madjock. Nice feet shown from the striker. To it. Just got to break through this Brisbane wall. Easier said than done. We mentioned earlier, best defence in the Y-League. Grozos. There's one man that can do it. It's him, Monge. See Brisbane getting numbers behind the ball. There you see it. Grozos peeled off. Can he find a teammate or do it on his own? I thought it might sit for Madjock.
Just such a well-oiled defence, this Brisbane Roar team. So hard to break down, particularly in those central areas where you see so many numbers around the ball.
Here's Mortakutis driving forward. Time enough for Western Sydney, but they have to get moving. Bafford plays it forward. Here's Madjock. Emlyn Wellsmore is that man you saw in jersey number 18. Confused us all for a moment.
Yeah, apparently had a little bit of blood on his shirt, so they just did a quick change.
Originally they wanted to send him on with it without a number, so that's why there was a bit of confusion.
I thought you were going to say without a shirt then. I thought we were going to play skins.
Not conditions for that today, unfortunately. There is Carwadine. And if you were in this situation, Daniel, what would you do to try and spark Western Sydney back into this?
Well, it's a tough one now, isn't it? 3-0 down, you've really got to start throwing some bodies forward and looking to make runs in behind, as we see here.
It's Cordia getting forward, the defender. Nice work too. Adam, here's a chance for them. Just slides over the crossbar. They needed that to go in. Cordia in a more advanced role.
You see the forward runs on both flanks and the early ball in, and that's the way they're going to catch out this raw defence. Has to be quick. Adam, he's had his chances today. Just can't quite find the target.
I don't know if he's been unsettled by perhaps the players changed around him today. Have had a lot of change in that final third this season. Lachlan Scott, Mark Tokic have both played a lot of Y-League. Adam only playing 4 of the games. There's Brady. Once again, turning his man. Couldn't they find a fourth here? It was Leck forcing a strong save from Carwadine.
It's a great play again from Brisbane, and that man, Shannon Brady, in the thick of it. A lovely dinked-in ball to his strike partner Maradovic. A really good understanding between them.
Shannon Brady's not a player that is new to the A-League. He's played 15 games, so it's a chance to show his wares. Of course, there's some important Olyroos games coming up too, and so there's plenty of people watching.
Yeah, he's done himself no harm at all today. It's been fantastic.
We did talk about that experience needed on the big stage. It certainly proved crucial for Brisbane. Here's Munch. Ensured that Hufflett had to just wait a little longer. Here's Grozos. Done a great job shutting him down today so far, Brisbane. This is his first start in the Y-League, coming back from a knee injury, so don't want to be too harsh on him. Here's Peterson into the area. Just flashing wide, though. Was surprised to not see him starting, Marley Peterson. He was good against Sydney FC last week and has shown some flashes since coming on.
He has. He's been very positive. He looks to make those forward runs in behind. It's a lovely ball from Madjock, and I think that's more of a shot than a cross, but neither here nor there.
Yeah, you see it. Western Sydney 10 shots to 9, but trail 3-0 on the scoreboard. Just haven't had that finesse in front of goal. Composure. That's so crucial at this Y-League level.
Also, I think it's been the pressure applied in those crucial moments by the defence as well.
Adam fights hard to win possession for the Wanderers. Shrugs off the tackle of Powell. Still going, Mohamed Adam. Had chances today. Deserves a goal. Into the area. Can he find a teammate? Peterson's there. Now back. Oh, he's handed possession straight back. Here's a chance! Madjock puts it just wide.
Offside.
Flag was up anyway, so it wouldn't have counted.
Yeah, I'm sure he's glad to see the offside flag now, because stretching to get it at the back stick. And just turning the screw a little bit now, Wanderers. Brisbane know they can have that 3-0 cushion. They can sort of just sit in and absorb some pressure, but they don't want to let the Wanderers grab a goal here, as it can change the complexion of the game.
We did see the Wanderers capitulate late in the A-League last weekend. You don't want a role reversal here, Brisbane. It's Wanderers, though, starting to put the pressure on. Mohamed Adam trying things. Tricky off his line, punching clear well. If you're going to go, you've got to get there. Certainly did that. Here's more to Curtis. Peterson. Wanderers have the numbers. Yet to find the crucial goal. Set the nerves against Brisbane. That will relieve the pressure, though. Free kick.
They're composed in defence as well, aren't they, Raw? Lovely little dinked header up to himself there. I think it was Wellsmore. just popped it up for himself, then nodded it on, and they play out of trouble and draw the foul.
We do see with young players on this big stage, we've talked about the pressure today of the big occasion. I know you're involved with the Jets Academy there. I find with young players it's either deer in the headlights or they're just unfazed.
Yeah, it depends on each player, I guess, but I know personally you try and keep everything the same leading up to the game, and of course there's that emphasis of it's a big game, but you want everything to be the same. We go in, you do your normal practices, and the result should come, and I think Brisbane have really settled into that the best today.
Here is Magic, does well to keep it in. Support coming in the middle. Good work in cover though, yet again. There's Oliver Duncan, who's really run himself ragged, and he's suffering from a bit of cramp. Maybe his last involvement. There is confirmation of that. So Oliver Duncan to make way. Brodie Boyce, the man to come on. Brodie Boyce can find the goals too, so no respite for Western Sydney. There is a corner though. He'll be proud of his efforts today, Oliver Duncan. We tick into the last 16 minutes of normal time.
Both Duncan boys got through a mountain of work in that midfield for Brisbane today. Drew Sherman, we're extremely happy with both of them.
Set piece again, delivery's great. Oh, Adam again. Point blank header. Somehow it won't go in.
Well, you called it early today, Adam. You said some days it's not your day. He keeps racking up the chances. He just can't find the back of the net. Headed directly at Frecker there. He's done no wrong today either.
The ball can't find that man, Adam. You're the striker of the two of us. Some days they just go in.
And it becomes a mental thing as well. You miss one or two and goals go in at the other end, and then you start doubting yourself or second-guessing what you should do on each occasion, and it can really compound. He keeps getting himself in the right position. He's getting there. He's making the runs. So you've got to be at least pleased with that aspect of his game.
It's a chance for the Raw to counter again. No surprise, it's Shannon Brady in the thick of things. Support coming too. Wanderers trying to settle. Brady already has one today, looking for his second. Almadine got down low, saved well.
Jordan, outside him.
Oh, he's actually done well, Adam, hasn't he? He's strong. He's got his head on ball. He just directly at Frecker.
Here's Cordier getting forward. Can just find a way through. Perhaps they can start the nerves and spread it amongst the Brisbane Roar camp. Stranger things have happened in football. Aquilina. Once again, Brisbane Roar getting good numbers behind things, just clogging up those passing lanes, shutting down the delivery. Here's Grozos. More to Curtis. Cordier, I liked his involvement since getting forward. Marley Peterson, nice from Western Sydney. Again, it just breaks down. He's starting to look a little tired too from Brisbane. Definitely the Wanderers in the ascendancy, if not on the scoreboard. Grozos. Is there a moment of magic from him to inspire his side? Adam. Muratovic holds it up well, gets really steamrolled by Mohamed Adam. Referee says, play on. Peterson. Grozos. This is nice from Western Sydney again. Cordier getting forward. Loses the battle though. Boyce it was. Grozos. Peterson. Might put the head down and drive towards goal.
You can see the Raw defence content to sit in a 5-4-1 formation.
Cordier, nice work. Crossover hit, still there for Aquilina though. Queuing up in the middle, Majok. Just that end product lacking. Story of the day for Western Sydney. Grozos, nice feet, trying it on the right, deflected. Jock will see it out for a corner. Monge. Madjock had to race back to stay onside. Nice work into the area. He goes, Madjock. Gets to the byline. Playing on. Peterson. Being an injection. Madjock spinning. Trying to keep it in. I don't think he's done so. Corner.
That's his first mistake of the game, isn't it? But it's been Madjock who's caused most problems down this left-hand side. That defence now of Brisbane can tend to sit back, all numbers behind the ball.
So time ticking. Can Western Sydney find the answer? They can indeed. They have a goal back. It's Tasmortakudis. There's a bit of afters too between Abraham Madjock and Macklin Frecker. Madjock's going to get a card too. It's Tasmortakudis who gives them some belief.
Well, it's come from a corner, hasn't it? It's as the ball's dropped, they've relied on their centre back at the come up, and as the ball drops, he's quickest to react and just pokes it in. And it's given a little bit of a lifeline. You mentioned, Adam, the Raw players looking a little tired with all that hard work they've been doing in defending. And with just over 10 minutes to go, it's the lift the Wanderers need.
They have left it late at times this season. They left it late last Sunday against Sydney FC. There was a stoppage time winner against Canberra United earlier this season. So they have recent history of doing it. Brisbane, though, looking to hit back. Here's Maratovic. Brady forward, Leck there also. Bafford just settles things. They're going to make another change, Brisbane. Leck fighting hard. A little quiet this second half. Wanderers have short up on him. Grozos. Directed into the path of Muhammad Adam. Frecker was dealing a little too long, didn't have an option, so just found touch, and that chain is going to happen. It's going to be Leighton Brooks to come on. And Shannon Brady is going to depart, who, well, what a game he has had.
Yeah, he's been absolutely outstanding. Almost everything that's coming through by way of attack for Brisbane has come through this man. Always willing to get at his player, looking to create things, take people on, get in the box and look for his fellow strike partners. He's linked up well, particularly with Maratovic.
Keep working, keep working.
So Leighton Brooks gets an opportunity. Wanderers, though, starting to get desperate, but they have a goal. Football can be a cruel game at times. We wait to see. Their fortunes will turn for Brisbane. Peterson, nice work. Madjock turning, looking to shoot. Lays it into the path of Monge. Anywhere will do for Brisbane.
Yeah, right. Got slide. Can we slide? Pass!
Mortakumis. See, the Raw bench is animated now.
Well, that goal's really given Wanderers a little boost, and the nerves are starting to come in now on that bench.
Here's Madjock. Oh, just slipped at a crucial time. And Adam worked it well. Just under 8 minutes of normal time remaining.
Brooksy, it's all right. Brooksy, this one. This one.
Lived dangerously at time, the Wanderers, but it's worked in their favour countless times this season. Can find a second, there'll be some nervous Brisbane Raw players all of a sudden.
You, Paul! You'll get there! You'll get there! You'll get there!
Now a couple starting to cramp too in back play, so It's been a fairly intense affair. Brooklyn has been heavy too for some of these players. They do play more or less all year round, from Y-League back into the NPL. Here's Cordier. Majok. Still sit for Peterson. Lovely tackle though from Wellsmore. Had to win it. And they'll get a free kick too. Jay Barnett in the walls again, not for the first time. And just assessing the body language out there of Brisbane. There's 4 or 5 players doing their stretches, starting to cramp up.
Yeah, the last 5 or so minutes, you see them in the back play, all stretching. It's been a lot of hard work in defence, in the defensive areas. It's particularly in that first half, it's starting to take its toll towards the back end of the game.
Does have to be careful. Abraham Majok, you saw the shoulder into Jay Barnett. He's on a yellow card. He's had some talkings to too, and it almost opened up for Brook. So still the Wanderers press on. They've commanded the statistics, but not the scoreboard. Peterson rolls into the path of Majok. Has worked out for the striker. Can he finish the chance? Well, needed to be more selfish. Try to play it into the path of Adam. Should have really just gone for goal himself.
Well, he looked on goal, didn't he? And saw the keeper in front of him and elected to look for the pass.
Maybe just struggled to get it out from under his feet. Free kick coming. Muratovic just pulling back. Grozos. There is that chance.
So it was a lovely run in behind and strength there used. You thought with his left foot there, he might go for that far corner, but look at the Brisbane Raw defence. In 2s and 3s again, getting back.
They've been full of belief today. You can see the desperation. And it's ticking away. Job not done yet. Grozos. Cordier. Or Childer's bounce. Set into the path of Adam. Majok got interested as well. It's another corner. In fact, flags up for offside. There's Majok getting involved. He prompted the decision.
The right call from the Lions assistant referee. Frecker just a little indecisive.
Warner Kermas has won everything in the air today. There he is again. Can't find the head of Majok. It will sit to the feet, though, of Peterson. Grozos. Tricks to see up his sleeve to Wanderers back in this. Munge. Again, Brisbane sitting deep. Peterson. Fighting hard, but it just breaks down. Credit the defensive work all afternoon of Brisbane. Can they counter? Leck. Quite in this second half. Has Muratovic ahead of him. Brooks there too. Aquilina did it well though. Now he's off and racing. You can hear the Wanderers fans trying to spark their side to an unlikely comeback. Time is there. Good work of Majok. Racing back to do defensive duties. Peterson. There's a raw player down in back play as well. Majok was rather physical in bustling him off the ball. Adam into the area, pulling the trigger. Mohammed Adam. Save from Frecker. Not for the first time today. Peterson onto the right boot. Marley Peterson might open up here. Chance for Adam. Oh, it's just not his day.
What a save from Frecker there. Wonderful save. Came out, was big and strong. Original strike from Adam was fantastic. A good save there. But the second save, as the ball drops here, good fighting and turns and hits, and look who's there. Frecker straight out, closing down the space, big and strong, takes it right in the chest.
Well, wouldn't And that'd have made things interesting if that went in. They are piling on the pressure, Western Sydney. Second goal would throw the cat amongst the pigeons for sure. They've been cruising at times, Brisbane. Not at the moment. Peterson, the target. Cordier needed to win the challenge. Won it well. Playing advantage though. Muratovic, nice feet. Looks out on his feet, can't offer support. Still there for Muratovic. Here's Brooks. Can he finish it off? Going to try it on the right. Might sit here for Muratovic. He puts it wide. There was a shot come cross and it nearly paid off.
Well, you could hear the calls from the sideline. 1v1, take him on. He took the shot. And I still don't know how that ball hasn't gone in at the far stick.
Here is the replay.
As that ball comes across, just stretching and couldn't get his foot around it.
Credit the work of Carwadine there, made himself big and just put off Muratovic. And his end-to-end stuff all of a sudden at ANZ Stadium. As I said, the Wanderers looking to defend their title. Brisbane looking for their first. It's almost done.
Good move. Slide.
In the Y-League Grand Final, one thing you can say, they are always exciting. Always wild and wonderful. Not disappointing today at ANZ Stadium, and perhaps a twist or turn still to come. Here's Grozos. Cordier. In behind again. Needs to pick out a teammate in the middle. Numbers on the scene. Curtis was bundled off it. The final seconds of normal time. We'll wait to see how much additional. Grozos will have 5 minutes of additional time. Wanderers need to get moving. Flag is up though on Adam.
Yeah, he just wanted that pass. One touch earlier. Good line kept by the Raw defence. And at times they've got 6 in that back line now. They're content to sit and soak up the pressure and hope they can ride their luck at times. Some of them look like they're out on their feet.
It's been tough work for the players. I mentioned they've been training in pretty oppressive heat in recent days, so that is a factor too. Always a lift in the intensity too when it is grand final day. Can they find a 4th goal and put this one to bed? Kick-off celebrations. Muratovic fighting well. Does well to win the throw.
Keep going.
Boyce to take. Next stretching, but goes without it. Curtis. Fought hard all day. They can break Western Sydney, surging forward. Brisbane desperately trying to get numbers behind the ball. I'm surprised Wellsmore crossing cover, being one of their best today. Still they search Western Sydney. Aquilina. Just a breakdown in communication. Crucial time. Nudge up the target. Ball forward to Cordier. Chance. Moving dangerously Brisbane, but get away with things. Again, Barnett just plays it forward.
Stay there. You ready, Isaac?
Cool heads at this time of the match. Muratovic. Peterson picks the pocket with Barnett. Curtis, one today. Thought he might try it. Adam. It'll sit here for Peterson. Oh, huge moment. And again, the chance goes begging.
Well, that was their final chance to really give them some hope as it's deflected in, and Peterson, who's been good since he came on today, gets it on target and finds his own teammate in the way. Fricka may have had it covered anyway, but Arthur Dellis shakes his head and says, it's not our day today.
Yeah, summed it up expertly, didn't he? There you see it, 18 shots to 11. It's been a game of taking your chances, and simply put, Western Sydney haven't taken theirs. Bit of luck betraying them too. 3 deflections in that last chance, and none of them went in. Maybe used it up last week with the win over Sydney. Still searching though, they're not giving up on this one. It's their title. They want to keep it in Western Sydney. Brisbane want to end things emphatically. They've got numbers surging forward. Maratovic can pick a couple of them out. Good delivery across the face. Baffert's there. Leck already won today. He hits the crossbar. Well, that would have been the icing on the cake for sure.
Yeah, it was a wonderful flowing move, and Leck again got himself into a great position, and we thought for all money he was going to score after his earlier finish.
Well, there's chances at both ends. Western Sydney rolling on into the area. Madjock. No surprise who's across in cover though. Jordan Courtney-Perkins. He and Pearson have been so good today defensively. Here is that chance. Corner for Western Sydney. 30 seconds remain. Adams' corner, easily dealt with by Brisbane. Leighton Brooks. They want to end things on a high. Flag stays down. Maratovic in behind. As I say that, it goes up. You might seeing that one again.
Yeah, we're right in line with that one, and I think he got it wrong, but it's probably inconsequential in the grand scheme of things.
Maratovic gets a card for kicking the ball away in frustration. It's just about party time for Brisbane.
I think he's onside there.
It's Cordier, whips it in. Numbers at the far post. Aquilina mopping up. Adam there again. Madjock on the scene. Frustrating day for them. There it is. History made for Brisbane. They win their first Y-League title. And what a redemption story it has been. They finished bottom of their conference last season, but Drew Sherman and his players, haven't they turned this around? It's proven very different this year. They've become just the 3rd club to win the A-League, W-League, and now Y-League titles. They joined Sydney FC in the Melbourne victory, and they've denied a slice of history too. Western Sydney could have defended their title. They would have been the first team to do so in the Y-League and the conference system. But it's goals to Brady, Leck and Maratovic that have done the job. Brisbane Roar will take the title home. Full time at ANZ Stadium. It's Brisbane Roar 3, the Western Sydney Wanderers 1. And Daniel McBreen, it was a grand final to saviour. Disappointment for Western Sydney, but jubilation for the Roar.
Yeah, and deserved winners. Their doggedness in defence, so well organised, compact. Really didn't give Western Sydney any opportunities in that front area. An outstanding performance all round.
Well, let's get some reaction from the victors. Glenn Lauder is down there.
Adam Santarossa, thank you. Macklin, you came up with some huge saves at the end. Congratulations. Was it a bit nervous there the last 15, 20 minutes as they came at you?
Yeah, it was a bit of a nerve-wracking last 15, 20, but we had faith the whole time. We knew once we said in the change room, if we get to the 70th minute with the 2-goal buffer, we're home and host, we're sweet. So we always had belief. We knew what we were doing. We had bodies on the line the whole game, and I can't fault our performance. Everyone played unreal today.
Came up with a big save in the first half and then didn't really have to do too much until about the 85th minute, and then you earned your money. How nice is it as a goalkeeper to be able to contribute in big games like this? Yeah,
it's good. You love it. You got to stay switched on the whole time, obviously, but yeah, that's what you're here for. You're here to stop shots at the end of the day, and I'm glad I could do that today. Obviously, would have liked to keep a clean sheet, but it is what it is, and we came away with the win, which is big.
Overall, what a season. You were in Melbourne City's conference, obviously. They were the team that everyone was chasing. You got through on goal difference and coming up against a good Wanderers side. How proud of you, of the boys over a whole season?
I'm really proud. Especially the first game I lost against Perth. We bounced back unreal, and yeah, I can't fault it. Like you said, City were the team to beat. We beat them twice. We put 6 goals against victory. And, yeah, unreal from the boys. Great season, and to top it off with the win, so, yeah.
Go and celebrate, mate.
Cheers. Thank you.
Right on. Tass, really appreciate you chatting to us, mate. You got the goal at the end there, and geez, it looked like you guys finished clearly the better side. Just didn't go in the back of the net today, did it?
Yeah, look, didn't go back in the net, as you said, but started from the first half, came out slow. Probably didn't show the opposition enough respect that they deserved. They won their conference. And look, yeah, for the young boys, for all of us, all young players, and it's a good learning curve, good experience. Another final. Yeah, unlucky this time not to get the win, but yeah, look, not our day.
Did you feel in that first half, you know, had a great chance right on half-time, but I think you had 6 corners to 1, you had more balls into the box. Did you feel if you could get one before half-time, it could have been a very different game?
Oh, of course. The one before half-time would have changed a lot. I think, look, we showed in the second half, no matter what, we can play. First half wasn't the way we normally play. 30% of our capability, I would say, and Arthur said the same thing, and I agree. It's one of those things, you start slow, especially in a final, you get hit 2, you know, in the first half. It's not good enough, but look, we showed a bit of fight and showed our quality, but it wasn't enough in the end, yeah.
Well, plenty of lads getting A-League experience as well through it all. Congratulations on a good season. Commiserations today.
Thank you. Cheers.
Well, let's check out the goals that have gifted Brisbane Roar their first Y-League title. And it was Shannon Brady that did the job early.
Yeah, the defender just giving too much space for him there, and the guy of his quality just opens it out from his feet, and you can see the side on goal and says, why not? I'm going to have a strike straight through the legs. A little lucky with the deflection, but you can't give that much space inside the box to a quality player like that. The second goal was an absolutely wonderful build-up move from left to right, and
there was Daniel Leck, his 6th goal of the season, should I say 7th goal of the season, and it shows why, the form he's in.
Yeah, it was a lovely ball. The composure to pick out a player, and rather than just crack it across the goal, and just picked him at a player, rolled it in and said, go on, put that away, and he smashed the top corner. And that man again, Brady, who was everywhere today, setting up the 3rd goal with a lovely reverse pass in behind for Muradovic. And at that stage, it looked all over. And it was a deserved 3-0 lead to Brisbane.
Yeah, it was the front third that really won the contest today. Brisbane took their chances. Mortakutis, though, fired back. He worked so tightly in his defensive duties today and got on the score sheet too.
Yeah, look, on another day, Western Sydney Wanderers will probably look at it and say maybe we could have scored more, but we wouldn't have to rely on our centre-back to score, but it wasn't to be. Brisbane were a class act today, both in defence and when they went forward, and were very clinical with their forward play.
All right, well, we will be back on the other side of this with the presentation. We will crown our Y-League champions, the Brisbane Roar. Celebrations still to come.